UFC 328 just wrapped up last night, and I had to go to bed right after the event. I was too tired, but I didn't get a chance to fully process it. But upon waking up, you know, you have to remember the fact and realize that Sean Strickland is the champion, man. We're living in a crazy timeline. I can't believe he overcame the odds yet again. I said it, I think, in my prediction video that if anyone was to beat Khamzat, it would be Sean. I said, I guess, but I don't know. Round two, something must have tweaked out in Khamzat's gas engine to get him to cease and desist for a little bit. But I don't know. It's really it had its dull moments here and there this card, but it's one of those really timeline changing cards. It's very it was very profound for the sport, I guess. Very significant in its history. And we're gonna start off at the top, man. Let's not BS around. Khamzat Chimaev versus Sean Strickland. This was such a surreal thing to watch live. It almost didn't really hit you until you saw Sean's name. Like, I was kind of shocked they gave it to him. 99% of the time, man, these types of decisions never go one, like the correct way, or two, the way we want it to. And, you know, like Volkanovski beating Islam in Australia, that happened. That was real. I don't know if anyone was there for that. That was real, but we got robbed of that. No. Very shocked they gave it to Strickland, man. But it was the correct scorecard. And I think the correct scorecard I've seen from a lot of people online and just going around is, and even verdict, round one, Khamzat, obviously. And I had just seen the breakdown by DC prior where he's like, oh, Khamzat switches to Orthodox, he's going to shoot. And that's what happened in round one. He switched to Orthodox, and then 4 seconds later, shot a takedown and, controlled him for the rest of the way. But Sean was doing good, getting back to his knees, crawling up the cage. Weasel MMA has a great breakdown I just watched on it. But, man, I was expecting more of that. And then round two, he shot two, I said, rusty, dusty takedowns, right? Yeah. Well, no, the first one, I don't even remember. I know the second one was rusty and dusty. And then he just pulled guard and just laid on his back like a slug. And he's like, let's go, Herbert Burns. Let's go, Herbert Burns. I'm channeling Herbert Burns on accident. That's a bad channeling. And the moment I saw that, I think I was screaming to live bet Strickland or something. But man, I don't bet, but sometimes live betting I think is the better way if you do it at all. And then round three, yeah, Strickland outstruck. People were giving, oh my god, I just remembered MMA Joey, man. I feel compelled to look him up, and I get saddened every time, more disappointed, because it's like, oh, he just sickens me, man. But the clear, just like I said I mentioned the bias for Strickland interferes with these people's perception, man. Like for Fluffy, I don't care if you're Fluffy's fucking uncle or you're Mexican, you ride it with him, whatever. Strickland wins that fight 9 times out of 10, man. Come on. And with Khamzat, you should just not doubt him. Like, people were saying no chance at all. The typical groups of people come out and just start shitting on Strickland. But, I gave him 25%, 30% chance, not going to lie. And I'll own that I didn't pick him and I didn't stand by him in this fight. But, it was really funny. He walked out to the ants go marching or something. I think people were calling it a scallywag walkout. I added that song to the playlist, actually. I was bumping that. And I'm going to go to the gym after this and do some shopping and listen to that song intermittently throughout the day while I do those activities. So we got the ants go marching in round four. Round four, he came back. And that's the thing. I remember Khamzat won this round, but barely, kind of. Actually, no, I think he got a takedown. He got some control in there. Yeah. And then round five, I was watching it live, right, on stream, and then I was, once Strickland got up from the second takedown, I believe, he got 6 takedowns out of 7 in round 5. That doesn't, I guess he kept Matt returning him. Anyways, I was like, wait a minute. There's 1 minute left in the round. if Strickland can just stay standing, like he can win because he's outstriking him, and Khamzat's doing nothing with the control he's getting. He's just kind of dragging him down, getting him back up, dragging him in, and like, okay, clear. And then you have people like MMA fucking Joey saying, clear 4-1, clear 4-1. I don't want to even imitate his voice, man. I don't want to talk like that guy at all. I haven't muted him and Kenny Okoye, but Kenny at least has a heart, man. Like he's just like a misguided kid. And I'll check in on them, whenever there's an Adesanya fight or there's like a Caucasus Mountain fight, you know who to check in just to see the feel. I want to see his reaction to Ikram fucking losing, man. He probably hates Whitaker for some stupid reason. Fucking vibe killer. But yes, as soon as I heard split, I was like, wait a minute. And then I heard Sal D'Amato, the GOAT Sal. He comes in clutch sometimes, I swear he's came in clutch like a few months ago too, but do they have the scorecards on here? Fuck. Anyways, we know Sal D'Amato did his thing. And yeah, I mean, Khamzat, another thing I didn't at least internalize at first was he's no longer undefeated, Khamzat. And, he lost that aura of invincibility when he fought Dorino. That fight was fucking insane. I remember being so hype at work and like for weeks leading up to that fight. Like the last 2 weeks leading up to that fight, I would be at work just watching breakdowns and fucking looking at Reddit and shit for that fight. I was so excited. But, that took that away. And I remember after that fight thinking, oh, there's going to be a lot of people saying robbery. Oh, Gilbert won, this and that. Like, it was a close fight. I thought it was a lot closer. Now, granted, I think Khamzat won. But I think it's one of those fights where, I would have expected a lot of robbery talk or, But no, it goes to other fights. Like this one, people I see are calling robbery. Not at all. Not at all. Strickland didn't do the absolute most. He didn't put on a master class, right? He didn't dominate, but he outstruck you and he was getting up from your takedowns. You couldn't hold him down all the time. And you weren't doing damage. I mean, you had a good round one and then you fumbled in round two and you couldn't get the momentum back. You just managed to stay at the standstill that Sean forces you to stay at. And that's why ultimately I have Sean. If you really want to go resume for resume, and I need to get the fucking receipts, man. Middleweight goat, and I've been arguing that he was top 2, top 3 middleweight of all time a year or two ago. He's that good, especially if you count robberies in your reality, and you're like, oh, for example, going back to Khamzat, he went to a draw with Usman. He went to a draw with our boy Kush. Respect to Kush, man. I'm not the biggest Kamaru Usman fan, but he went to a draw with Khamzat on short notice. That is an amazing feat. And that's ultimately why I think he should fight Dricus at 185 and just go to 185, man. 170 is too crowded, and you, I guess, don't want to take the risk of 170. I mean, you'd probably be better at 185, man. Lighter man skill. Go up there. You should have been fighting Dricus last year, but he was injured. You should have, I don't know. You should have fought Costa or something at 185 when you had the chance, man. I think you would have fucked him up or something. But Strickland, he beat Jared Cannonier. He beat, in my opinion, that was to me one of the most drawiest of draw fights, if a draw ever drew, in Dricus Strickland 1. But, I give the edge to Strickland. And ultimately, whether or not it's just a test of skill, a test of, it's just a show of how great you are. Ultimately, the fucking winner loss on paper, whether Sean won this fight or lost this fight, it doesn't matter. The reality is he is that guy. He went toe-to-toe with Khamzat. Just how good is DDP, man? And people were fucking laughing at him and saying he's coping this and that. His interview with Ariel Helwani, he was amazing. He was very grounded and he was being realistic and he had good spares. He's like, yeah, I felt Khamzat in there. And, I really know I can break that guy. And I believe it. I was like, you know what? I really think he can. Because ultimately, Khamzat held him for 23 minutes or something. And he couldn't finish him. He did a lot of elbows in the crucifix. He did yada, yada. Dricus never quit. And that was what I went away with. Man, oh man. That fight was insane. and how boring it was. But interesting MMA triangle. I need to do a video matchmaking, I guess. What do you do next? Ultimately, it is kind of difficult. Khamzat, I guess he's been saying he wants to move up. We've been spending a lot of time on this fight, but it's that amazing of a fight. It's worth talking about. I don't know. Is it crazy to say Strickland is a middleweight GOAT? I mean, Anderson Silva's resume is really dependent upon the fact that you really believe in Patrick Cote and Talis Latis. Like, Strickland has really beaten the who's who out here, man. Khamzat, he lost to Dricus though, but he beat Dricus. He's a Dricus rival, right? Khamzat, Cannonier, Costa. Costa's looking amazing now, bro. Pereira, his resume is aging so well. Strickland, his resume is aging so well. I predict these things. Just like I'm predicting 145 to be the greatest division going into this year and into 2027. Just like how I predicted 170 to be the best. In 2023, I was saying 170 is going to be the best division over the next 2-3 years. And it is. But you have to be good at identifying prospects like El Chino, Kevin Vallejos, and, Pratas, Morales. Actually, I didn't really believe in Morales that much. I thought he was kind of Oralist the way he was inactive and didn't do much over like 2021 to 2023. Anyways, what do we do with Khamzat next? God, man. What does this mean? Anyways, Strickland wins. The correct decision was made. It was not a robbery. Rounds 2, 3, and 5 go to Strickland. Khamzat just couldn't get it back. Anyways, co-main event. Now this was, in my opinion, a slight, little bit of an early stoppage. Kind of a bad stoppage. And this is the thing with both these fucking fights. Going into round 5, they were both 2-2. And I said, quoting Chael Sonnen, it's a who wants it more contest. We didn't get to see if Taira was... We weren't allowed to find out if Taira wanted it more. If that makes sense. We were told by that referee, whatever referee it fucking was, man. It better not be that fucking elf that everyone was... Literally, anytime he was refereeing a fight, the chat would be 99%. I'm crying. This ref frying me right now. This ref is fucking me up. Like, I'm dying just seeing this guy, get this guy off my screen. Just hilarious. I'm going to skip the fight. Amazing fight. Round 1. Early in the fight, Taira gets a takedown. And same as the Chimaev fight, striker versus grappler matchup. In both, the striker wins. Are you kidding me, man? We're doing bad on picks. But all that can be adjusted because, honestly, we were gaslit. I was made to believe that Joshua Van is not good. It has no grappling. Meanwhile, in my mind this whole time, I was like picking Van. I'm like, I mean, he's got good enough takedown defense. He can get up. I just don't see the scrappy kid getting held down forever and getting submitted. Like, he ain't going out like that. He's very committed to the game. He's got like such a competitive mentality. What is he, from Houston or something? Like, the way he grew up and stuff, he's very, I guess, focused on one thing. And not like dumb, but he's simple and he focuses on one thing, and that makes you very elite at what he is, and that's a fighter. And, he maintained composure, survived round 1. Round 2, with I think like 20-something seconds left, knocks down Taira. And I thought it was going to be over, man. Or at least in round 3, maybe 4. But Taira gritted through and managed to survive. And then I think he even won round 4 or something. What is this? There's no stats on this shit. Round 2, 3, Van. And then it was 2-2. Yeah, exactly. That's what it was. Because 3 was that domination round, right? Yes, man. And he almost submitted Taira in that round, right? Yeah, 2 submission attempts. Fuck, dude. You could have made that a 10-8, right? Man. But 2-2 going into the 5th. And that's why I don't agree with the stoppage, man. You could say he probably would have got finished, yeah, but, Taira immediately complained he wasn't really out of it. He threw his mouthpiece out in anger, right? I mean, and they're just kids, man. What are they? I think they're older than me, though. I'm still a kid, but, you know, they're just kids. And it's sad. It was sad to see, but it's good to see Van win. I was rooting for him because a lot of people were just shit talking, saying he's a paper champ or he's this, and that, or they hate him. I'm like, why, man? I mean, okay. I mean, Pantoja got injured. Shit happens. Let Joshua Van get his shine, man. Let him be happy for him and his people, man. He's putting Myanmar, Burma on the map. Burmese Days, shout out the book. But Joshua Van is an amazing fighter, and because of this, I'm actually picking him if he were to fight Pantoja when he comes back. And I guess the injury isn't as bad as some people would have thought. He's, was exercising shortly after, and he seems to be in good spirits, and he's, I think, back to training now. I remember seeing an interview a few weeks ago with Helwani, but yeah. I'm really excited, actually. People were saying, I don't know if jokes, apparently it wasn't a joke. They really believe this is Cap versus Horiguchi is the real championship fight. I think this fight, proved itself that this was championship level. Obviously, they're top level flyweights in like the most skilled division, some would argue. But Cap Horiguchi, I really want to see how they perform and what the winner has in store for Van. If Pantoja isn't ready and he wants to, Joshua Van normally likes to be active, right, if he's not injured. And that's crazy, too. He had that injury that postponed him. That's also kind of why I was like, you know what? I think that's what ultimately pushed me over, because I was on vacation at the time during the build up to that card that weekend, or when he pulled out, and I was like, you know what? I mean, he'll come back. Or when it got rebooked, right, for the May card with the 328. I was like, obviously it wasn't that bad, but it's just that enough. Plus the grappling I'll pick Taira, and I was mistaken. But I think I got Kep and the Horiguchi. I think Horiguchi needs to he's going to eventually have to start showing his age or something. Kep has fought him before. He's going to have studied him well. And I think he's in his prime right now. And I think his ultimate peak prime might be better than Horiguchi's second or third prime, whatever he's at right now. But I love that fight. I wouldn't mind if that guy, whether Pantoja gets the title shot first, I wouldn't mind if that guy gets to wait and fight, because especially if Van wins, he could be active. Who knows, though? It's an amazing division right now. Flyweight 2, I predicted that it would be an amazing fight, or amazing division this last year or two. Just because, we're overfigging Moreno. Anyways, Volkov versus Salsa Boy. This is another one I got wrong because I was gaslit by my friend who's a big salsa fan. And, ultimately the energy, everyone, I don't know, the momentum, the idea, things lining up with him versus Hokit, the feud, you could really, taste it on your mouth. But I wasn't going to pick him. I'm like, Volkov is I don't like the fight for him. Volkov beat Pavlovich, who beat Acosta. Volkov beat Gan, who's fighting for the belt, who put up a good fight with Aspinall. I think Aspinall would fucking knock out Salsa Boy, respectfully, like very quickly, or like within like a round, I think Ciryl would style on him a bit. I shouldn't have picked. I told you guys, I was like, Volkov is the correct pick, but I'm picking Salsa, so I took the sacrifice. And a lot of the punches were whiffing. It just seemed like Salsa Boy was just trying to look for that one strong punch, that one that was going to do it. But, Volkov was rolling with the punches. He didn't get hit with much clean until it would have moments. And I think in round 2, was it? Or was it round 1? At the end of round 1, Waldo started landing punches, but I guess it wasn't enough to take the round. Round two, he was connecting more. But, I think I gave that round to Salsa. I don't even know. And then round 3 was close, but ultimately Volkov did more. Like, he was just able to subdue, wither him, leg kick. He leg kicked Salsa a bunch. I don't think they count that here. I have to look that up elsewhere. Maybe next time. But Volkov is amazing. I think he's just going to continue to get snubbed, though. The UFC doesn't really ever care to push him. It's been obvious over the last few years. Like, you can tell they don't give a fuck about this guy. And, like, after the Gan robbery, it's like, oh, we're going to do right by you. It's like, okay, if you're going to do right by me, pay me under the table or whatever the fuck. Give me my win bonus and matchmake me as if I won. It's that simple. But no. And you could run promo, be like, I got robbed. Like, do a little thing. I guess it's not worth it. But Volkov needs to. He's big on like Russian social media or some shit. He does like jokes and stuff on Instagram, but I'm not really tapped in. He's very good though, man. Like him, Gane, Aspinall, and Pereira, I guess. Jones, if he ever comes back. I think those are like the top guys. And then I think Salsa Boy, Hokit, Blades are like that tier right below. And then, Shamil Gaziev, right? But yeah, kind of disappointing. You want to see a Salsa Boy fiery victory and dance and, the whole nine. But we didn't get it, but we do feel good for Volkov. He's a decent guy. I remember, who was it? They told the story of Volkov. They don't like him because they think he's full of himself because he'll like leave the PI or like he'll roll his window down, wear the shades, comb his hair back, and he'll just do laps around the UFC PI or take the long way out so everyone sees him leaving. It might have been Jamal Hill. But like, yeah, fuck this guy. He's just trying to, in like a blue Corvette or something, just trying to look cool with his big tall ass. Good win for Volkov. This fucking fight, man. Sean Brady versus Joaquin Buckley. I forgot about this fight. Like 20 minutes after I woke up, I was like, wait a minute. This was real. Oh my God. Haskell's going to have my ass on Monday. Man. Oh man. Sean Brady. He's very fucking good, man. This is literally his people forget, man, performance. And Joaquin Buckley, the takedowns are so sharp. Him and Usman, I guess, are just that great. Joaquin Buckley, man. I really want you, like I said the other day about matchmaking, maybe you could fight JDM. I don't know. I got to think about it. I really want JDM to get a free win against Malat, though. So, I don't know. It is sad, though. I'm a big New Mansa fan, big Joaquin Buckley fan. I want to go train out there in St. Louis, He invited me out there. I ducked. It's a thing. Anyways. Sean Brady, no disrespect. I thought you were going to get knocked out, man. Now, Kurt and Haskell, we can settle it. Oh, you guys $50. It is what it is, but total strikes 1. Oh, that's round 1. Okay, yeah, because I thought Buckley landed like 6. Yeah, 5 significant. Wow. It was just 3 rounds of control. What is the ultimate control time? I don't even think they listed it. Early takedown, control the rest of the fight. Early takedown, control the rest of the fight. Early takedown, control the rest of the fight. Total strikes. Man, 245 to 21. The thing is, though, I don't really like this fight style from Sean Brady. No hate. I think you're very good. Why am I talking to Sean Brady personally? Hold on. He's very good, man. The thing is, Morales is just that good. I think Ian Gary would probably beat Brady. Morales. Project maybe could get held down, but he has more finishing potential, I guess, than Buckley, man. He could probably do it in the few moments. If he's getting taken down in the moments where he's standing, that I have faith that he could do, I think he would beat Brady, and I think Islam would beat Brady. So I think he is that top 5 guy. I think he would beat Usman. I've always thought that. But that was even before the Buckley fight with Usman. I thought Brady would beat him because I thought, he was older, fatigued with the knees and whatnot. And now he's just sitting on the sidelines even more. It can't be good. Yeah, I think Sean Brady perfectly fits in at like number 4 or 5. Probably number 4, right? Who's no one, you can't put Bilal or JDM above, right? Not Usman. I think we have the rankings right here, actually. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Sean Brady's going to be 4. Unless they completely hold Jack up there. But I don't think they will after a loss like that. They will give a guy off a dominant win a spot above him, I think. But it's not the UFC who makes the rankings. It's like 11 shadow company, like weird media outlets that don't exist anymore in Brazil. But Joaquin, let me give you some new looks. I'll fly out there for a weekend. I'll give you some new looks. Seriously, man. I need to see you get a win in your next fight. Sean Brady, congratulations. King Green versus Jeremy Stevens. We knew this was going to happen. By submission, I didn't predict, though. Yeah, man. I mean, Jeremy Stevens hasn't won a fight. I think he retired. I saw him take off his gloves, and then nothing came of it after Bobby Green's interview. So, like, King Green has just fought the way better competition. Daniel Zahuber in the past, Rafael Fiziev, like I said, Thiago Moises, Islam, he got a taste of that. Drew Dober, he lost that fight. Um, but what's his name? Atlantis Scorpantis. No, Lance Gibson Jr. Yes. I mean, everyone knows. What is there to say? He, like, did he go for a takedown? How did this even occur? I think he knocked him down. Man. Or did he get something caught, or he stuffed a takedown? Either way, Lil Heathen, like I said, I don't know how he's in the UFC contractually or legally. I don't think he is. I think he's like a float. But yeah, King Green's very underrated, like I've been saying. He gets it done. Who do we see him next? Matched up with? Dan Hooker. We throw it. Actually, let's just get him paid, man. Let's just get him paid. We'll do that in the matchmaking video. We got to look at it. We got to do some research on that. But he's a huge favorite for a reason. Lil Heathen just needed to be on the card. Maybe he's from the area. I don't even care to know. Talk about Gautier versus Ozzy Diaz. This went about as expected. Apparently, Ozzy Diaz, I think he said in the corner, this guy has no power, or he's not that strong. Round 2, he got folded like a little accordion. Teba goes back to his finishing ways. And we expected this. I mean, the Pulev fight, I guess they're just trying to erase that from history. Like, this was what was supposed to happen. Granted, it would have been a lot cooler if it came in round 1. I think it didn't come as easy as some people were hoping it would, or would have liked it to have gone. But, yeah, I mean, Ateba, the people, I don't know. A lot of people were hating on him, saying he's not that good, or he's whatever merchant, athleticism merchant. But that's a big part of the fights, man. How athletic, how imposing, how strong are you to impose your will and actually not be scared and have some power that demands respect. And some guys like, oh shit, I can't just walk you down. I got to be respectful and mind my P's and Q's, throws their whole equilibrium off. Like him against Valentin, perfect example, man. He was just too much. And that's the kind of performance we want to see more of out of Ateba. But they need to start giving him a real fucking fight, man. So someone outside the rankings, just like top 20, maybe top 25, but we'll have to look more into that for the matchmaking breakdown. But this doesn't do much for Ateba's stock. Just shows he is still where we think he is. And yeah. Joel Alvarez versus Yaraslov Amasov. Just how I thought. Not really. I mean, I predicted Yaraslov, but I did not predict for him to come out in round 2, feel a little bit of the striking, be like, man, you know what? Fuck this. I don't want to get into a scrap. Grabs Alvarez, picks him up, slams him on the ground, quickly gets his back, and just chokes him out. Or no, it was a triangle, right? Arm triangle? Yeah. Just quickly knew what to do. And that ultimately was the fact, like, I was like, Alvarez is really good, but he's not going to be good enough to stop this, Russian grappling or wherever. What is he from? I assume he's some sort of Caucasus or Dagestani kind of guy, Chechenian or something. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Alvarez needs to fight the Jalen Turners of the world. He needs to stop fighting jerk. Like it's either this. He gets a fucking. This is the shit I'm talking about, man. It's either he gets an insane test that he cannot win in Amasov or Sarukian, or they give him like, okay, just get a bottom feeder. Just get your car close in 2025 or whatever it was. Like, just stupid ass matchups for this guy. We need to get him back some momentum, but yeah, it was an impressive fight. Like round 1, he gets a takedown, controls him right, or he gets multiple takedowns, and he managed to get back up. Whatever, return to the mat. What do you want from me, man? This shouldn't have been made. This fight pissed me off, man. Grand Dawson versus Rebecki. I guess it's Ron Betsky, but Rebecki's so much easier and chiller to say. You had this fight in the bag, Rebecki, but you kept on deciding to engage in the grappling and shoot takedowns and just nonsense. And for that, like, I was hoping you just got submitted, man, because what the fuck was that? Seriously, horrendous fight IQ. You're probably going to get cut. If not now, then your next fight when you lose, because that was bad, man. That just pissed me off. You had this fight in the fucking bag the way you were knocking this guy down and dominating him on the feet. Grant Dawson had nothing for you. He was so happy and praying to God when he won that fight because he's like, man, I can't believe I fought a guy this fucking dumb. He shot on me. Cool. Let's start scrambling and let me just control this guy and hold him on for dear life. Grant Dawson, my friend loves you, but you guys got to sort that out. Because you need to sort something out. Because, dude, you yourself, like, in your interview or whatever on the Show Me the Money, you were, like, talking as if you don't even have faith in your own hands. I'm not sure. It's bad because when you fight a guy that's a step above Rebecki, he's going to fuck you up. Unless he has absolutely no grappling. Like, if Gaethje gets knocked down, he has lower functioning of his abilities and his decision making. Then maybe him in a fight, he'll just get submitted by you or something. If he loses by knockout twice in a row, he'll lose some sort of function. But man, Quillen would knock you out. Loco would do you nasty again. Who the fuck even else is at 155, man? Hanata Moicano would beat you, man. I don't know. This just made me upset at the decision making. Also because I picked Rebecki. He was supposed to win. What the fuck? All right, let me not get too heated. Jim Miller versus Jared Gordon, underdog. We got correct. What Damn, he was the only underdog I got right out of the four: Waldo, Buckley, and Rebecki. Waldo was kind of close, but not really. Rebecki should have won, man. Like, he had that in the bag. So I would have went 2 for 2, or 2 for 4. 50% anyways. Yeah. When it went like I expected, I thought it would be like a kind of a styling and a third round finish. Maybe. Forgot what I said, but I did not think it would be a first round submission. But like I said, principal, faculty, substitute teacher. He just knows more of the game. So for you to be able to beat someone who knows this much about the game, you yourself need to be very talented, athletic, dangerous, skilled, and you're like not elite at anything in particular. You're like a very well-rounded like gatekeeper of the top 20 or something. Top 20, yeah. Right? Like if you get past Jared Gordon, it's like, okay, now you're really top 15, top 20. Now you're like a veteranship. And you just don't have that lethality to stop Jim Miller like that from getting his academics going on you. And, you guys both lost to King Green. Well, I mean, I guess you got headbutted into a TKO, but still, I think you've had worse losses, man. Not much to say about the Frog Body. Also, shout out, he's fighting, like I said, for family obligations. He has that motivation. That could have been in the back of Gordon's mind. I think he made a comment saying, I don't care about your family. Like, when the cage closes, I don't care about them. It's me and you. Like, I have to think about my own family, which, fair enough. But, yeah, we get that right. Early prelims. Roman Kopylov versus Marco Tulio. This is another pick I got gaslit into picking because I would have picked Kopylov if everyone wasn't picking Tulio. I wouldn't have like second guessed myself because I'm like, wait a minute, maybe I'm missing something. But then again, I did confuse Tulio for Tricoli, Mackenzie Dern's other boyfriend, or whatever it was. I got all this shit mixed up. And even I don't know. I didn't think he was like the greatest. Yeah, he's got some knockouts. Yeah, he's got some wins. He got a loss in the UFC from CLD, but I just thought Kopylov. Here's the thing, though. I picked Tulio, and he was winning up until he got dropped in 2, and then again in 3. I think he got dropped twice or something. He lost because of moments that took the rounds for round 2 and 3. So maybe he wasn't a bad pick. But ultimately, I mean, I guess I got to stand by it. But Kopylov shows us that he has grit. I guess he has championship level grit. Like I was saying earlier for Taira, I was like, this guy's got championship level grit. He has to show us this now, and he did. So it's funny that he unlocked it. But it was weird. After Kopylov knocked Tulio down, he kind of just smudged him against the cage and let him off. Very odd behavior. That was more low fight IQ. That also pissed me off. Round 3, I think he also did similar, just letting him off. But yeah, I mean, I thought Tulio was going to get it done. The motivation of Norma Dumont in his corner was not enough. Uh, yeah, I think he'll rebound. He just needs a slightly downstep matchup, but good for Kopylov. It just makes Costa look even that much better for beating him and styling on him like that and not getting caught. Pat Sabatini versus Willem Gomez. We can just Pat Sabatini, I said light wrestling clinic, a little bit of a wrestling clinic. He just held him against the cage and was taking him down, holding him, doing his thing. Yeah, 1-on-1, right? Yeah, 14% of 70. But he got him, I don't know. A lot of control. Willem Gomez, the crafty smile wasn't enough. The crafty or smirk wasn't enough, I should say. But is what it is. Boring. He's gonna get cut if he keeps winning or losing like that. He's gonna get cut if he does not fucking around, man. That's dangerous. Don't play with your money like that. And I don't even hate the guy, but you should not have been the favorite over Diego Lopez. I'll say that until the end of my times. But he's still good, man. He's still good. Him and Sean Brady, man. That fucking camp, man. And I guess even how Pfeiffer won his fight, taking it to the ground. And the Northeast, too, with Aljo, even though it's a different camp. Aljo, Marab, I mean, I don't know, man. Northeast, dominant grappling. Maybe that's the move. Baisangur, Susarkayev, Jordan Santos. Jordan Santos is used to getting beat up. It was not as easy as people thought it was going to be. He gets him done at the very end of the fight. I mean, give Baisangur a real fight. Give him while he still has a fucking name. Jordan Santos, he might get one more chance, but he might be cut. Clayton Carpenter versus Jose Ochoa. Domination. 3-round domination. Like we knew. I thought Clayton Carpenter for some reason was like the favorite, like a Kobe Thicknessy type of guy, or Ethan Ewing, where people were like, oh, don't doubt, but he's American. I was like, oh, don't doubt the crazy Australian or American. Ethan Ewing's American, right? I don't know. I just thought he was like a talented Volk kind of white guy, Western vibe, and they were gonna doubt my boy Ochoa, but no, man. Full fight, 153 to 68 in significant strikes. Yeah, I mean, I was kind of setting up the stream during this fight and in and out, but yeah, pure domination. That's all I needed to see, and it was good vibes and good luck. But that was 328. Pretty good card, ups and downs, but ended in a very bizarre way. I need, probably like 2 weeks to digest what happened, and I'm interested in seeing what the whole community and everyone around has to say about it. But yeah, Sean Strickland's their fucking champ, man. He's the middleweight GOAT, 2-time middleweight champion. More impressive than Adesanya. Man, it's crazy how shit changes over time. In 2021, 2022, you give someone a portal to this reality. They're thinking you assassinated like one too many people. They're like, you crushed one too many butterflies for this shit to happen, man. But here we are. And Joshua Van, the winner of the 2000s baby belt. Love to see it, man. Anyways, we're going to do a matchmaking video and a video probably discussing why Sean Strickland's the middleweight GOAT with pieces of evidence. All right, goodbye.